Thor, Rune King, versus the Spectre, Beyond Godhood Battle. What's up, everyone? Glowing Star ever wondered what happens when beings beyond gods collide? Well, today we're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing theoretical battles ever conceived. Imagine this. Thor, not just any Thor, but Rune King Thor, facing off against the Spectre, the embodiment of divine vengeance. Exploding head: what happens when infinite knowledge meets limitless power? Grab your Mjolnirs and mystical artifacts, folks, because we're about to embark on an epic journey. We'll explore who these titans are, what makes them tick, and theorize how a clash between them might unfold. Let's get started. Thor, the ascended Norse god. First up, let's talk about Thor. Yeah, that guy. The god of thunder, wielder of the mighty Mjolnir, and one of Marvel's most iconic heroes. Son of Odin, prince of Asgard, and defender of the Nine Realms. But there's more to him than just that charming smile and those lightning bolts. High voltage in the lead-up to Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. Thor realizes that the cycle of death and rebirth is an endless loop trapping his people. Determined to break free, he takes a page from his father Odin's playbook. Thor sacrifices his eye and hangs himself from the world tree, Yggdrasil, for 9 days and nights. Talk about extreme measures. Transformation into Rune King Thor. As a result of his sacrifice, Thor gains the wisdom of the runes. He doesn't just level up, he skyrockets to a whole new plane of existence. This isn't Thor getting a new hammer, this is Thor becoming one with the universe. He ascends beyond the gods, becoming Rune King Thor. Crystal ball. So, what can Rune King Thor do? Well, pretty much anything he wants. He's omnipotent and omniscient within the Marvel multiverse. Reality manipulation? Check. Time control? You got it. Altering fate itself? No biggie. Plus, he's immune to all the usual weaknesses. Kryptonite for Thor? Forget about it. Notable feats. Some of his greatest hits include ending the perpetual cycle of Ragnarok, which is no small feat. He's defeated cosmic entities that would give regular Thor a run for his money. And he can alter the very fabric of reality with just a thought. Basically, he's the guy you don't want to mess with. The Spectre, the divine spirit of vengeance. Switching over to the DC universe, let's meet the Spectre. Starting off as Jim Corrigan, a hard-nosed detective who gets brutally murdered. But death isn't the end for Jim. He's resurrected as the Spectre, the embodiment of God's vengeance. Yeah, we're talking about the big G here. Astonished face. Nature of the Spectre. The Spectre is a fascinating blend of the divine and the human. On one hand, he's a near unstoppable force of nature, dispensing justice with an iron fist. On the other, he's tethered to human morality through his host. This duality creates internal conflicts, a struggle between his duty as the spirit of vengeance and the empathy of his human side. When it comes to powers, the Spectre is on another level. He has near limitless abilities granted by the Presence, basically DC's version of God. He can manipulate reality, time, and space. He can be as big as a galaxy or as small as a molecule. He can traverse dimensions like you and I cross the street. Notable feats. Notable moments? How about confronting the Anti-Monitor during the Crisis on Infinite Earths? Or taking on Mr. Mxyzptlk and other fifth-dimensional beings? He's altered reality on a multiversal scale and delivered divine judgment to both gods and mortals. In short, you don't want to end up on his naughty list. Comparative analysis of powers. Now, let's pit these two powerhouses against each other. Thor's Rune King transformation is the result of self-sacrifice and the quest for ultimate knowledge. He earns his powers through personal trials. The Spectre, meanwhile, is bestowed his abilities as a divine mandate from the Presence. One earns it, the other is appointed. Interesting contrast, right? Thor, in his Rune King state, wields influence across the Marvel multiverse. He can nip cosmic threats in the bud and rewrite destiny. The Spectre operates on a similar, if not greater, scale within the DC multiverse. He can affect multiple universes simultaneously and even realms beyond comprehension. Strengths. Thor's strength lies in his mastery of rune magic and his newfound wisdom. He's got the brains and the brawn. The Spectre's strength is his direct link to the Presence, giving him a sort of divine legitimacy and almost infinite power. But what about their weaknesses? Thor's vulnerabilities are minimal in his Rune King form, but some argue that disrupting the cosmic balance or the world tree could affect him. The Spectre's main limitation is his dependence on his human host and the will of the Presence. If the Presence withdraws support or if the human host resists, his power can dwindle. Moral compass and decision-making. Ethically, both characters have unique perspectives. Thor's wisdom guides him to seek balance and prevent unnecessary harm. The Spectre wrestles with delivering pure justice versus showing mercy, influenced by his human host's morality. These internal struggles could impact their decisions in a confrontation. Theoretical battle scenario. Now, let's cook up a theoretical scenario where these titans might clash. Suppose a cosmic event causes the Marvel and DC universes to overlap, a rift in reality itself. Misunderstandings ensue. The Spectre perceives Thor as a destabilizing entity threatening the cosmic order. Meanwhile, Thor senses a powerful force that could endanger all realms. They agree, or perhaps are compelled, to meet in a neutral battleground, a realm outside of both universes. Think of it as the ultimate gladiator arena where their powers won't annihilate innocent lives. A place where stakes are as high as the cosmos itself. The atmosphere is electric. Thor, with Mjolnir in hand, even if he doesn't need it, stands ready. The Spectre looms, his form shifting and imposing. They exchange words, each warning the other to stand down. But neither backs away. The first strikes are tactical, testing, probing, analyzing. Escalation. Quickly, the battle intensifies. Thor unleashes Rune spells that warp reality, trying to bind the Spectre. The Spectre counters by phasing through dimensions and retaliating with divine energy blasts. They're not just throwing punches, they're manipulating existence itself. As the fight rages on, the very fabric of the neutral realm begins to unravel. Colors invert, time loops, and gravity turns sideways. It's pure chaos. Both tap into deeper reserves of power. Thor channels the full extent of the runes, while the Spectre draws directly from the Presence. It's a spectacle that defies description. Resolution. At the peak of their clash, something shifts. Maybe the Presence communicates directly with Thor, recognizing his wisdom and intentions. Or perhaps Thor's insights reveal the truth about the Spectre's nature. Realizing they've been manipulated, perhaps by a trickster deity or a cosmic entity, they decide to join forces to set things right. Peace, or at least a truce, is established. Factors influencing the outcome. Third-party players could greatly influence the battle's outcome. Entities like the Living Tribunal or even the Presence could step in. Their involvement could either empower or limit our combatants, tipping the scales. The Spectre's human host might cause hesitation, a moment of mercy that Thor could capitalize on, or respect. Thor's own morals, amplified by his wisdom, might lead him to seek a peaceful resolution rather than total victory. Their different worldviews could also play a role. Thor's journey is about breaking cycles and achieving enlightenment. The Spectre is about enforcing divine will and judgment. These philosophies might clash, but they could also offer common ground for understanding. So, we've journeyed through an epic theoretical battle between Rune King Thor and the Spectre. We've looked at their origins, their immense powers, and how a confrontation of this magnitude might play out. It's the kind of showdown that shakes universes and bends reality. Ultimately, declaring a clear winner is almost impossible. Both are virtually limitless in power, but they operate differently. Thor's enlightenment and the Spectre's divine mandate make them uniquely formidable. Perhaps the real takeaway is appreciating the depth and complexity these characters bring to their respective universes. But hey, that's just one way it could go down. What do you all think? Could Rune King Thor outsmart the Spectre, or would the Spectre's divine wrath be too much to handle? Let me know in the comments below. Down finger. Thanks for joining me on this cosmic adventure. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow comic enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on our next epic matchup. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars. Sparkles, peace out.